Here's my full Splice Sounds review for 2022. Great rhyme to kick off this video. I love Splice. This is the third video I've done because Splice has actually changed a few different things when it comes to their business model and their GUI or their graphical user interface. Let's get right into it. So first off, this is Splice Sounds. What it is a collection of royalty-free samples. What that means is I can download these samples, put them in my music, release it on Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, Amazon, etc., etc. And there's a lot of amazing features about Splice that I love. First off, I actually want to start with the exact program. I'm not going to lie, and I feel like everyone knows this. Back in the day, it was super buggy. It was super kind of annoying, for lack of a better word. You would start it up, and it'll always be this gamble where you're like, is it going to work this time or not? Now it works super, super well. As you can see, this is how it looks. These are all these samples I've recently downloaded. And since I started with Splice, I've downloaded 8,788 samples, which is pretty crazy. So I can re-download these anytime I want. These don't have to be on my hard drive, which is very useful. So let's say after I finish up a record, I can delete these samples just so I'm not clogging up any space. There's also now apps and plugins. So these are the ones that I tried out. I wasn't a fan of either, if you want me to be honest. But if you want to rent to own, you can do this for Serum, the most popular synth right now in EDM, and a lot more. In addition, we have projects. If I want to download some projects, these are some ones that I found on Splice that I really liked. You can kind of divulge into someone else's Ableton project or FL Studio project and learn a lot more about production and how they made the song, kind of right in front of you, which is pretty awesome. Now going to Splice in terms of the actual main site. So I can search for anything. Like I said, the site has changed. So let's say I'm doing a Moombahton record. My main genre that I produce is world music. So let's say I do Moombahton. Search Moombahton. Now, first off, we have this layout. This is a lot different than last time. So we have samples and presets and packs. I'm going to be honest, I don't like this. I get what they're going for. Again, I'm very honest in all my videos. I now have to go and click samples. I know it's one extra thing I have to do, but I feel like if I was searching Moombahton, I just want to see the samples for Moombahton. You can see right here, I can organize these samples by the instruments, like so, the genres. So if I want to do Moombahton, or maybe more on the reggaeton side, if let's say I want a more heavy Moombahton vibe, like a dubstep or electro one, like Moombacore style, I can do that. I can adjust by the key as well. So let's say I'm doing a song, and we'll go to BPM. I have a range and exact. So let's say I'm doing a song that's in 112, for example. I'll do the range as 112. Click save. Now it's organizing by 112. Let's say I'm in G major or G minor. I'll just do G minor. I can do G minor. I mean, obviously, I can always transpose these samples, but as you can see already, I'll just play some of these. I actually like that. That's cool. I love world music. And obviously, we have not only instruments, but different drum loops, right? Oh. That's cool. So as you can see, what some packs will do is they'll have different, almost like kits, where each kit will contain drums, loops, instruments, all these different samples that you can combine to create like a makeshift song, so to speak. So this is the example here. But I have all these different things here. I can also organize by the most popular ones, which I will say this when it comes, and this is a subject for a whole other video, that if I organize by the most popular, there are a lot of other people who could use this one lead by etc., right? So sometimes you can organize by most relevant, like if I want something like, Moombacore, for example, which is more like heavy Moombahton, I can go here. Oh, well, actually, there's nothing. Okay, never mind. Let's say if I do Moombahton dubstep, right? I can do that, go to samples, and do most relevant. These might be more like heavier side of it, right? And so I can do that. I can do, of course, most recent, so any new samples of Moombahton, and then random. In addition, I can favorite one. So if I go to my library, these are actually the ones that I've personally favorited. If I go to likes right here, these are the ones that I favorited. So these are the ones I heard, and I'm like, oh, you know what? That might be a good sample to use in a future record, like for like a dubstep record, some kind of like poppy stuff. This one, I actually might use that in a future song. There's something about like the vocal chopping, vox, I don't know how to describe, like beat or melody of it that I really like. But as you can see, I can favorite all these, and in addition, once you download a song, you use 1 credit. Right now I have about 1,700 credits. And once you get that song, you have it forever. So as you can see, for a lot of these, these credits that I've used, I can re-download these an infinite amount of times, which is great, because like I said, what I typically do is, let's say, download a sample. I'm actually been working on a song recently. So I have Splice connected with Ableton. So let's say I have this, whatever this is, right? I can bring this in here, and what I always do is collect all and save. So any samples that I use are saved in that Ableton project, so I can back it up. But let's say there's a bunch of samples that I don't use, I'll always delete all these Splice Sounds and Splice samples off my hard drive. If I ever need to re-download one, I'll just go to Splice. Takes 2 seconds. Now let's go to the pricing. They've changed their pricing options, which is really interesting. Back in the day, which is what I still have, it was $8 a month, and you got 100 credits, and they roll over. So as you can imagine, I've not used, 100 credits every month. Now I have about 1,700. I think I joined Splice Sounds, if I had to guess, maybe 2016-ish. So this is about 6 years of me just downloading samples a lot. But if I go to the upgrade options, we have this now, which is kind of annoying. A really cool pro tip, by the way, is, okay, $14 a month. I feel like that's getting kind of high. Even, $30 a month, that's kind of high for Sounds Plus. So what you can do, ignoring all this, and this is my best pro tip, is go to View Sounds Only Plans. If you're watching this video, I'm assuming that, like having the Astro Synth, maybe you want that, or Beatmaker or whatever. But I feel like for most people watching this, you're like, oh, I just really want the samples. Like, I don't care about having the synths and all this kind of stuff. I just want the samples. I just want credits. I can go to View Sounds Only Plans, and now you can see this is kind of their OG or their original different memberships that they have, and you can still do this, right? So this is the one I have. You can see right here, I get 100 credits every month, like I said, for $8 a month. If you need more, you can go up higher, of course, and get more. I feel like 100 credits is perfect for me every month. I already have so many anyway, because they've rolled over so much. At 1,700 is a lot. There are some months where I've used 200 credits. There's other months where I've used maybe 5. So it is variable, but I do like this business model. I do like the fact that it's $8 a month for 100 credits. But of course, if I want to use over 100 credits, I can do so now because I have so many credits in my bank. Unlimited downloads once you download or purchase, quote unquote, a sample by using a credit. I'll just show you how that works. I'll just go to this pack right here. This seems like a new one. So if I go to here and I want this, all I do is click 1 credit. I just use the credit to have this. Now it's instantly in my library. So this is Jazz Boom Bap. So let's go back to Ableton. Because I connected these, I now have this right here. And if I want to use it, boom, I just throw it in here. Good to go.